Shalom, welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes, and tonight I just wanted to read Psalm 119. I'm reading out of the scriptures, ISR, Institute for Scriptural Research. Not a whole lot of talking. I may expand here and there on the scripture here. And Psalm 119 is the longest chapter in the entire Bible. It's like, it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4. If you take that, so 5 pages long. So we'll go ahead and dive in. Man, there's a lot of gold in this. Just, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just a phenomenal book. I can say David, he's teaching Solomon the alphabet, is what I get out of it. You see the Hebraic alphabet, the letters per, there's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. And for example, he begins this whole paragraph from verse 1 through 8, beginning with Aleph. And then verses 9 through 16, it's Beit, which is the second letter of the alphabet, and it just continues all the way down from Aleph to Tav, which is the 22nd letter of the alphabet, or the Aleph Bet is what the technical term in Hebrew is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and dive in and listen to key words. Kind of a preface, because David, man, he's hitting Torah hard. It's my channel, Tactically Torah. David was a man after the Father's heart. And if you want to know why, we're going to read through Psalm 119. And as you hear it, you'll begin to see what was important to David and why the Father regarded him as a man who was after his heart. So listen to these key words and key phrases, and follow along if you want to. In the scriptures, it's beginning on page 714. So, 119 verse 1. Aleph. Blessed are the perfect in the way, who walk in the Torah of Yahweh. Torah. Blessed are those who observe his witnesses, who seek him with all their heart. Yes, they shall do no unrighteousness. They shall walk in his ways. You have commanded us to guard your orders diligently. Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. Then I would not be ashamed. When I look into all your commands, I thank you with uprightness of heart. When I learn your right rulings of your righteousness, I guard your laws. Oh, do not leave me entirely. That's starting off strong. You have commanded us to guard your orders diligently, to guard your laws. Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. So we see that. Sorry, I got to jump around now. One night, that's Revelation 12:17. I really don't even have to read it to you. I can quote it. He says, these are they who maintain the testimony of Yeshua in guard to keep his commands. And what did he say right here? Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws, your commands. When I look into all your commands, I would not be ashamed. Oh, man. The Father's good, man. He's constantly, repping His commands and His laws. They're His ways. And Yeshua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but through me. Yeshua said, I am that way, the very way that He's talking about right here. Bait, verse 9. How would a young man cleanse his path? To guard it according to your word, to guard the path. I have sought you with all my heart. Let me not stray from your commands. I have treasured up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Yahuwah. Teach me your laws. With my lips I have recounted all the right rulings of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your witnesses, as over all riches. I meditate on your orders and regard your ways. I delight myself in your laws. I do not forget your word. Verse 17, Gimel. Do good to your servant. Let me live, and I guard your word. Open my eyes that I might see wonders from your Torah. I am a sojourner in the earth. Do not hide your commands from me. My being is crushed in longing for your right rulings at all times. You rebuke the proud, cursed ones, who are straying from your commands. Remove from me reproach and scorn, for I have observed your witnesses. Though princes sat speaking against me, your servant meditates on your laws. Your witnesses are also my delight, my counselors. Delet, verse 25. My being has been clinging to the dust. Revive me according to your word. I have recounted my ways, and you answered me. Teach me your laws. Make me understand the way of your orders, that I might meditate on your wonders. My being has wept from grief. Strengthen me according to your word. Remove from me the way of falsehood, and favor me with your Torah. I have chosen the way of truth, your right rulings. See, he says right here, I have chosen the way of truth. John 14:6 says, I am the way, and this is Yeshua speaking, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but through me. And he says right here, 119 verse 30, I have chosen the way of truth. Yeshua said, I am the truth. It's profound. I have clung to your witnesses. O Yahuwah, do not put me to shame. I run, I run the way of your commands, for you enlarge my heart. Hey, verse 33. Hey, teach me, O Yahuwah, the way of your laws, and I observe it to the end. Make me understand that I might observe your Torah and guard it with my heart. Oh man, I just can't escape it. These are they who maintain the testimony of Yeshua and guard to keep his commands, to do it. Verse 35, make me walk in the path of your commands, for I have delighted in it. Incline my heart to your witnesses, and not my own, and not to own gain. Turn away my eyes from looking at falsehood, and revive me in your way. Establish your word to your servant, which leads to fear of you. Turn away my reproach. Man, that is so good. I'm sorry, I gotta underline that. I'm working on a message, guys. This is just too much gold right here. Just in the first 36 verses right here. Oh, which one was that? Verse 38. Establish your word to your servant, which leads to the fear of you, Yahweh. Oh my gosh. Turn away my reproach, which I dread, for your right rulings are good. See, I have longed for your orders. Revive me in your righteousness. Whew. See, there's something to his righteousness, and that's what this message that I'm preparing, it has to do with the righteousness of the Most High and how he attributes, well, one, why his righteousness is important to us and how he attributes it to us and why that is. Okay. Verse 41. Wah, or Vav. And let your loving commitments come to me, O Yahweh, your deliverance according to your word, so that I answer my reprover, for I have trusted in your word. And do not take away from my mouth the word of truth entirely, for you have waited for your right ruling. For I have waited for your right rulings, that I might guard your Torah continually, forever and ever, that I might walk in a broad place, for I have sought your orders, that I might speak of your witnesses before sovereigns and not be ashamed, that I might delight myself in your commands, which I have loved. David's saying, I have loved your commands. That I might lift up my hands to your commands, which I have loved, while I meditate on your laws. Wow. Guys. Verse 49, Zayin. Remember the word to your servant on which you have caused me to wait. This is the comfort of in my affliction. For your word has given me life. The proud have utterly scorned me. I did not turn aside from your Torah. I remembered your right rulings of old, O Yahweh. I comfort myself. Rage has seized me because of the wrong who forsake your Torah. Woo. The wrong who forsake your Torah. Your laws have been my songs in the place of my sojournings. I have remembered your name in the night, O Yahweh, and I guard your Torah. This has become mine, because I have observed your orders. Verse 57, Het. You are my portion, O Yahweh. I have promised to guard your words. I have sought your face with all of my heart. Show me favor according to your word. I have thought upon my ways and turned my feet to your witnesses. I have hurried and did not delay to guard your commands. The cords of the wrong have surrounded me. Your Torah I have not forgotten. At midnight I rise to give thanks to you for your righteousness, your righteous right rulings. At midnight I rise to give thanks to you. There's something right there, you know. How often do you wake up at midnight and just get out of bed and praise the Most High and give Him glory and adoration? That's something. I've done that before, and it's not something I've done in a very long time. You know, life happens. But that's strong. That's strong. For your righteous right rulings. Verse 63, I am a companion of all who fear you, and of those guarding your orders. O Yahweh, your loving commitment has filled the earth. Teach me your laws. You have done good to your servant, O Yahweh. Tet, verse 65, Tet. You have done good to your servant, O Yahweh. According to your word, teach me good sense and knowledge, for I have trusted in your commands. Before I was afflicted, I myself was going astray, but now I have guarded your word. I was going astray when I was afflicted, but now I have guarded your word. You are good and do good. Teach me your laws. The proud have forged a lie against me. With all my heart I observe your orders. Their heart has become like fat without feeling, and I have delighted in your Torah. It was good for me that I was afflicted, that I might learn your ways. So that's John. I'm sorry, not John. That's James chapter 1. He says, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. That's James 1, verse 1 through 5. And if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Father, who will give liberally and without reproach. He doesn't withhold giving to you a good thing, especially something that you should ask for, such as wisdom and understanding, knowledge and discernment of his word. As we can see right here, David was constant. Teach me your laws, teach me your ways. Help me guard your commands, Father. It was good for me that I was afflicted, verse 71, that I might learn your laws. Man, that's so strong. The Torah of your mouth is better to me than thousands of gold and silver pieces. Your Torah of your mouth is better to me than thousands of gold and silver pieces. That's verse 72 right there, man. Okay. Verse 73, Yod. Your hands so I just noticed the Yod. So when you read Yahweh, it's read right to left, and the first letter of Yahweh is Yod. And in the pictograph, it's literally an arm or a hand coming down. I'm sorry, I'm so close to the camera. It's a hand. The word Yahweh, it's Yod-He-Vav-He, or Yod-He-Wah-He. And it literally means hand behold, nail behold. Or behold the hand, behold the nail. The hand that gave the Son to be nailed on the cross. That's what the Father's name literally means. Yahweh, when you write it out in the Hebrew language. Just something interesting. But Yod, in verse 73, he begins with your hands, and that's what the Yod is. It's your hand, the hand of the Father. Have made me and formed me. Make me understand that I might learn your commands. Excuse me, I need some water. Those who fear you see me and rejoice, for I have waited for your word. I know, O Yahweh, that your right rulings are righteous. Your right rulings are righteous. And in trustworthiness you have afflicted me. Please let your loving commitment be for my comfort, according to your word, to your servant. Let your compassion come to me, that I might live, for your Torah is my delight. Do you take delight in his Torah? Let the proud be put to shame, For with lies they perverted me, but I study your orders. Let those who fear you turn to me, and those who know your witnesses. Let my heart be perfect in your laws, so that I am not put to shame. We don't want to be put to shame. We want to be perfect in his ways, his laws. We want to know and understand his Torah. For your deliverance, 81, Kaf. For your deliverance my being has pined away. For I have waited for your word. My eyes have pined away for your word, saying, when would it comfort me? For I have become like a wineskin in the smoke. Your laws I have not forgotten. How many are your days? How many are the days of your servant? When do you execute right ruling on those who persecute me? The proud have dug pits for me, which is not according to your Torah. All your commands are trustworthy. They have persecuted me with lies. Help me. Man, David, he's just crying out to the Most High. You know, this brings to mind, that verse. I can't think of the address. He says that the Father's word does not return to him void. And every bit of this, he's talking about the Father's laws and his commands and returning it back to him, saying, Father, you told me this. I hold your laws and your commands with such zeal and tenacity. I walk in your ways. He's returning the word back to him. The proud have dug pits for me, which is not according to your Torah. Verse 86, all your commands are trustworthy. They have persecuted me with lies. Help me. They have made an end of me on earth, but I did not forsake your orders. Revive me according to your loving commitment, that I might guard the witness of your mouth. Verse 89, Lamed. Forever, O Yahweh, your word stands firm in the heavens. Your trustworthiness is to all generations. What did he say? His word is forever and for all generations. His law, his Torah. Get that. His trustworthiness, his laws, his commands, it has to do with trustworthiness. He is trustworthy. He is worthy of you to put your trust in him. I believe it is Psalm 119 verse 8. It is the very middle of the Bible, to my knowledge, and I'll read that real quick. 118 verse 8. It is better to take refuge in Yahweh than to trust in man. Hold on. Sorry, that was my beautiful wife. She had to get some out of the cabinet there. Verse 91. According to your right rulings, they have stood... Excuse me. According to your right rulings, they have stood to this day, for all are your servants. If your Torah had not been my delight, I would have perished in my affliction. Let me never forget your orders, for by them you have given me life. For I have sought your orders. The wrong have waited for me to destroy me. I understand your witness. I have seen an end of all perfection. Your command is exceedingly broad. Verse 97, Mem. Oh, how I love your Torah. And David's just hitting it strong. This is my study all day long. Your commands make me wiser than my enemies. For it is before me that I have more understanding, for it is ever before me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for your witnesses are my study. I understand more than the aged, for I have observed your orders. I have restrained my feet from every evil way, that I might guard your word. I have not turned aside from your right rulings, for you yourself have taught me. How sweet to my taste has been your word, more than honey to my mouth. Woo. There's a reference in Revelation. He said you should put this word in your mouth, and it will be sweet as honey, but it will be bitter. Turn bitter in your stomach. Verse 104. From your orders I get understanding. Therefore I have hated every false way. Noon. Verse 105. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I have sworn and I confirm to guard your righteous right rulings. I have been afflicted very much. O Yahweh, revive me according to your word. Please accept the voluntary offerings of my mouth, O Yahweh, and teach me your right rulings. My life is in my hand continually, and your Torah I have not forgotten. The wrong have laid a snare for me, but I have not strayed from your orders. Your witnesses are my inheritance forever, for they are a joy of my heart. I have inclined my heart to do your laws forever to the end. 113, Samek. I have hated doubting thoughts, but I have loved your Torah. You are my hiding place and my shield. I have waited for your word. Turn away from me, you evildoers, for I observe the commands of my Elohim. Support me according to your word, that I might live, and put me not to shame because of my expectation. Sustain me that I might be saved, and always look to your laws. You have made light of all those who stray from your laws, for falsehood is their deceit. You have made to cease all the wrong of the earth like dross. Therefore I have loved your witnesses. My flesh has trembled for fear of you. And I am in awe of your right rulings. Verse 121, Ayin. I have done right ruling and righteousness. Leave me not to my oppressors. And that's it. That's key right there. I have done right ruling and righteousness. I have done righteousness is what he's saying. Righteousness is perpetuated through action. Leave me not to my oppressors. Guarantee your servant's well-being. Let not the proud oppress me. My eyes have pined away for your deliverance, for the word of your righteousness. Do with your servant according to your loving commitment, and teach me your laws. I am your servant. Make me understand, that I might know your witnesses. It is time for Yahweh to act, for they have broken your Torah. Therefore, I have loved your commands more than gold, even fine gold. Therefore, all your orders I count as right. I have hated every false way. Verse 129, Peh. Your witnesses are wonders, so my being observes them. And opening of your words gives light, giving understanding to the simple. I have opened my mouth and panted, for I have longed for your commands. Turn to me and show me favor according to your right ruling, toward those who love your name. Establish my footsteps by your word, and let no wickedness have rule over me. Establish footsteps by your word, that narrow way. And let no wickedness have rule over me. Redeem me from the oppression of man, that I might guard your orders. Make your face shine upon your servant, and teach me your laws. Streams of water have run down from my eyes because they did not guard your Torah. Man, he's lamenting the fact that the men around him have not guarded the laws and commands of the Most High. Verse 137, Sadi. Righteous you are, O Yahweh, and your right rulings are straight. You have commanded your witnesses in righteousness and truth exceedingly. My ardor has consumed me, for my adversaries have forgotten your words. Your word is tried exceedingly, and your servant has loved it. I am small and despised. I have not forgotten your orders. Verse 142, your righteousness is righteousness forever, and your Torah is truth. Yeshua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but through me. You come through the Father through the truth, which is Yeshua, and Yeshua is the Torah. Just tossing that out there. Distress and anguish have found me. Your commands are my delight. The righteousness of your witnesses is forever. Make me understand that I might live. Verse 145, Kof. I have called with all my heart. Answer me, O Yahweh. I observe your laws. I have called upon you. Save me that I might guard your witness. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I have waited for your word. My eyes have gone before night watches to study your word. Hear my voice according to your loving commitment, O Yahweh, and revive me according to your right ruling. Those who pursue mischief have drawn near. They have been far from your Torah. You are near, O Yahweh, and all your commands are truth. Of old I have known your witnesses, that you have founded them forever. His laws are forever. 153, Resh. See my affliction and deliver me, for I have not forgotten your Torah. Plead my cause and redeem me. Revive me according to your word. Deliverance is far from the wrong ones, for they have not sought your laws. Your compassions are many, O Yahweh. Revive me according to your right rulings. My persecutors and adversaries are many. I have not turned aside from your witnesses. I saw traitors and was grieved because they did not guard your word. See how I have loved your orders, O Yahweh. Revive me according to your love and commitment. The sum of your word is truth. All your righteous right rulings are forever. 161. Sheen. Rulers have persecuted me without a cause, but at your word my heart stood in awe. Man, David truly loved the Torah. I rejoice at your word as one who finds a great treasure. I have hated falsehood and loathe it. Your Torah I have loved. Man, that previous verse, I rejoice at your word as one who has found a great treasure. And Yeshua said, there's a parable. He said, the kingdom of heaven is like this, as if a man had found a precious jewel in a field, and he goes and buys that field. He found a precious treasure. I rejoice at your word as one who finds a great treasure. 163, I have hated falsehood and loathe it. Your Torah I have loved. I have praised you 7 times a day because of your righteous right rulings. Great peace have those loving your Torah. Ooh, if you love his Torah, you will be at peace. And for them, there is no stumbling block. Yahweh, I have waited for your deliverance, and I have done your commands. My being has guarded your witnesses, and I love them exceedingly. I have guarded your orders and your witnesses, for all my ways are before you. 169, Ta. My cry comes before you, O Yahweh. Make me understand according to your word. Let my prayer come before you. Deliver me according to your word. My lips pour forth praise, for you teach me your laws. My tongue sings your word, for all your commands are righteousness. Your hand is a help to me, for I have chosen your orders. I have longed for your deliverance, O Yahweh, and your Torah is my delight. My being lives, and it praises you, and your right rulings help me. I have strayed like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I have not forgotten your commands. In conclusion, read the Torah, keep the Torah, know and understand, pray for discernment, and through this you will have peace, and you will achieve righteousness, for his righteousness is everlasting righteousness, and his Torah is truth, and his Torah is the means by which we gain righteousness. I'll leave you with Deuteronomy 6:25. It says, it is righteousness to you today who guard to do all the commands that I have given you. Bless you guys. Shalom.